A retired Memphis police officer who spoke out against the department for the killing of Tyree Nichols was found dead in the driveway of his Southwest Memphis home. Now, how many times have we reported on police officers who actually stood up and did the right thing and they were harassed? Some of them lost their lives, as like this brother lost his life. Now, according to WREG, the officers responded to a man down call at the 4200 block of Falcon Drive at 8 a.m. on Sunday, July the 9th. He was reportedly pronounced dead at the scene, and officers still haven't positively identified the man, but family members say it was retired Memphis Police Homicide Detective Mark LeSure. LeSure joined the Memphis Police Department in 1992 after he spent 10 years as a military police officer in the U.S. Army. He retired from the department in 2021 and went back to school to get his Bachelor of Arts degree in criminal justice policy. It say in spring 2023, Lemoyne Owen College in Memphis, according to the school commencement program. It say while in school, he pledged to Omega Psi Phi fraternity in the fall of 2022. It says shown on his graduation stolen image on his Facebook page. Now in January 2023, he spoke out against the Memphis police officers who was part of the Scorpion unit that killed Tyree Nichols in a brutal police beating during a traffic stop. Say human beings, man, that's what happened. He said they let their emotions get the best of them, and there was no veteran officer there to stop them. Usually when vets are there, things go differently because we have that experience to say, I understand you're mad, but you got to stop. He said, you can't do this. It isn't right. He said, he also said something similar as reported. It said when speaking on how a large number of relatively inexperienced officers were being placed within specialized units because several officers had begun to lead the police force in recent years. He said rookies were being put on specialized units where they had no business being. He said LeSure also shared that he still had communication with officers within the force after he retired. And they expressed to him that the Scorpion unit officers do what they can do to arrest people. It said now the 57-year-old was remembered by his fraternity brothers and said he would be missed. A lot of brothers loved him as soon as he walked in, according to the Omega Psi Phi fraternity brother Antonio Avant Sr. LeSure also mentored children and was a golf coach and father. It said in addition, he worked in the Memphis public schools as a resource officer. They say we lost a great brother. They say even though he wasn't with the fraternity that long, he actually, it's as soon as he can come in, started working and doing what he's supposed to do. So his body was discovered days after the city filed, it's a motion to dismiss the $550 million civil lawsuit in Nichols' death, which was filed in April by his family and civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump. They said the Memphis Police Department said that LeSure's death is still under investigation. So this brother was basically talking, and he crossed the thin blue line, and just like any other gang that wants to deal with those who talk, they made something happen. Let's call it what it is. It's quite a coincidence that this brother was spilling the beans on the Memphis Police Department and he's no longer here. Because I've talked to police officers that talk to me off camera and said that is how they get down. They will attack you. They'll be putting dead rats on your car. If you need some backup or whatever, they won't come because to try to set you up to lose your life. Oh yeah, they do all this to officers who are good officers. That's why all you good and decent officers have to quit, because they can't last around them like that. They want them like that. That is the system that you have in this country. You can't mass incarcerate black people if you got a bunch of good cops on the force. You can't do that. You need a bunch of racists. You need a bunch of psychopaths. You need a bunch of narcissists and degenerates to do that. It's just bottom line. It's sad his brother lost his life, and you gonna get them to investigate his death? No, they can't investigate it because, like I said, they was a part of it. You can't tell me they wasn't. It was mighty coincidence, and he started talking about that department. All of a sudden, the brother ain't here no more. Nobody saw nothing. Nobody saw nothing, and he was in the front yard. They said they beat him. Nobody heard anything. Nothing. Come on now. No cameras. Because usually everybody got a Ring camera or some sort of camera somewhere Nobody captured anything happening to him. Or it's still in need of investigation. The family need to be putting some stuff out so the internet sleuths can start looking into it as well. But let me know what y'all think about like this. Like I said, this is sick. Like I said, but this type of stuff happens to good cops out there. But they want, oh, the thin blue line, and oh, we support cops. No, you don't. Because if you supported cops, they wouldn't be by themselves when they turn in the ones who's out there racist, the ones who's corrupt. They wouldn't be by themselves. And nothing would have happened to them if you truly supported good cops.